and welcome to this live. See my wonderful indoor plant here, one of them. She can see it better this way. I'm using one of those masks to hold it up, to hold it together. I probably need to turn it a little bit, but in due time. And of course, one of my bags that I got from Crowley's Corner, which has all the fish stuff on it, which I love. Anyhow, we're going to go ahead and get into this reading today. I was getting some kind of download about, sorry guys, let me get the candle in here for you. I was getting some kind of download about shadows. So, and specifically that somebody might be trying to fight your shadow. So like, if you ever seen the movie Peter Pan, you know that him and his shadow get into it, right? You could say that's, somebody, facing themselves. But in this case, the message that I'm getting is that it's more like long after you're gone. Okay? It's like they didn't catch a glimpse of you, but they were able to catch the shadow and they're chasing the shadow. But we all know that the shadow is like an optical illusion, right? So, they're never actually going to be able to stop or impede your progress. Okay, so that's kind of the message that I'm getting. It was coming through yesterday and again this morning a little bit. So I'll go ahead and get started. Let's do some meditation cards since it is a Monday. And, it's always a good reminder, right? In case we have forgotten how to have that quiet time. Again, the channel is Manifest Wisely. Please subscribe or like the video to help promote the content getting to you. So, let's see what other messages we have today. I think that card wanted to jump out. Please do be respectful if you're in the chat. I do have a automatic moderation on there, so messages may be blocked if you are impolite. Celebrating or centering. From backwards, it looks like celebrate. Maybe you could have been in some celebrations and that left you feeling a little off center because maybe you were at somebody else's house. Maybe you had people in your house. Maybe there was just some chaos that you weren't normally used to. So taking a moment to recenter ourselves. Specifically when you're centering, think about also your solar plexus. Okay, that may be very important for someone. Which if you don't know where your solar plexus is, that's basically your belly button. Okay. Heart opening, another chakra. For some of you getting in the holiday spirit, your heart may be opening, right? Sometimes we get that Scrooge type feeling, bah humbug. But this heart opening, again, this could be where again, you've already done something and then somebody sees the shadow of it. They're just seeing a glimpse of the after effects, okay? That could cause them to open their heart a little bit as well, okay? You don't have to be present for their heart to open as a reaction to something that you have put as an intent into the universe and how you have manifested it. Okay. So another message, please, from the meditation deck. Passion. This could lead to igniting a passion, reigniting a passion. And when I say passion, I don't mean necessarily the physical kind, although it may involve physical work, but it could be more like getting a dream job. Okay. What do you want to be when you grow up, right? Some adults, you can ask them and they say, I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up, right? There's people that change careers all the time, become doctors, lawyers, nurses, in their 30s, 40s, and beyond. Okay. That's all I'm going to say regarding that message. Anything else, if you need a personal reading, then you would need to request a personal reading. Okay, so do remember this is a general collective message. Okay, so I'm responding to the energies that are present and downloading to me. All right. I am going to draw from the Moonology since we just had a new moon in Sagittarius yesterday on December 1. Okay. So yes, we are officially into Sagittarius season. Those of you that don't celebrate the holidays, you might be getting a little holiday overload, right? But now that Thanksgiving is over, right? Now the shift has the downshift anyway into Christmas. And I was just at the grocery store this morning picking up some things for the week, and I saw the biggest like bottle of champagne. You know what I mean? That I thought about getting it just to have it because it was so funny. But it's like there's no way I'd be able to drink that all in one sitting. And plus, I actually already have a bottle of champagne in my fridge right now, so it would be kind of pointless. But the celebratory vibes are definitely out there. Maybe you're not going to be celebrating, specifically those things, but you can still celebrate what you choose to celebrate, right? Maybe you recently, did a good job at work, so you want to celebrate a project that you completed. Maybe you recently got a promotion. Maybe, your kids got some good grades in school on something, so you want to celebrate that. It doesn't have to be, holiday related to celebrate, right? Have faith in your dreams, right? What was that last card? Dream work. So, what is the dreamer in you envisioning? Okay. In order to do that, you may need to center yourself. Okay. That means turning off the television, putting your phone in silent mode, not being in the same room as, maybe your family who's really noisy at times, right? Okay. Maybe you need some private time in your room, okay? And then you can think about and dream about what you might like, okay? So, new moons are for manifestations, a great time to think about your dreams. And those of you saying, Dear Santa, maybe you're dreaming about a specific gift that Santa is going to bring you. All right? Conclusions are within reach. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, once you get this centering, this meditative state going for you and allows you to, open up your heart, right? Then you're gonna see the forest through the trees. You're going to see where you need to be going. You're gonna say that direction is home, and my heart is set on that, and yes, that is my conclusion, you know. Or maybe your conclusion is that maybe this year, maybe I can't financially donate like to the Salvation Army, but like maybe I can donate my time as a bell ringer, right? Something like that, where you're going to get this direction, okay? And then this conclusion's within reach. It's something that's actually tangible, right? It's not so far off as the real moon, but it's more like feeling these trees here, right? And the gravitational pull, okay? So it's like, things aren't happening outside away from us in a vacuum. We are still connected. And opening your heart just a little bit, especially around the holiday time and season, is going to, I think, make you feel more in touch, okay? More centered, okay? That doesn't mean let people walk all over you. No, not at all. Because again, during centering, we have private contemplative time, right? And maybe you are somebody, you're like, look, I can't get away from my family. I do this, I do that, blah blah. Okay, I get it. But the next time somebody just barges in on you in the middle of doing something and they just start talking to you, you can say, okay, can you come back to me in like 5 minutes? I'm in the middle of something. Okay. Allow yourself. Thank you. Yeah. The refrigerator just shut off. Allow yourself that presence. Okay. One of your passions could be reading as well. I'm kind of getting that for somebody. What do you need to release? So, there's anything standing in the way of your passion, of getting into this passion, you may need to release some things. Maybe it's doubts around a certain activity. Um, Maybe it's releasing excuses. People always say, "Oh, I don't have time to go to the gym. I don't have time to do that. I don't have." Well, maybe you need to release that pattern of thinking and allow yourself that centering time. Maybe your meditation time is your gym time. Okay. The thing with that though is not everybody has that ability, okay, physically. Okay, so that's why other tools are really important, such as meditation, okay, and mindfulness, all right, because not everyone's body can do the same things, right? For somebody, that could be a passion for you. Movement or something around accessibility. Okay. So, maybe something you can release is other people saying, oh, well, we've tried that before. We've done that before, blah, 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 right? You've always heard that, right? And it's like, well, now it's your turn and batter up. Okay. So, release, the expectation of, well, statistically speaking, it's not going to turn out, right? Because you still have to have the winning moments for the statistic to even appear, right? Okay. Let's keep going here. I'm going to take a sip. All right. I'm going to get the regular, it's just my Rider-Waite deck today. Keep it fairly simple on the cardboard. It's funny here under this full moon, like that's when you could really see a shadow at night too, and like the shadows appear bigger and longer and, more intimidating, right? There could be something very intimidating about your approach. And maybe it's the fact that you are so passionate. So it kind of is like, maybe you need to, release the fact that, yes, you are passionate. You are not just blasé about everything. You know what I mean? You ever around those people is like, they can't clap for anybody else. They can't smile. They just have to sit there and, represent their hardness, right? And it's like, you know what? I actually want to celebrate my life and, allow myself to experience joy and react to joy and pleasure and things of that nature. So, yeah, I'm going to release what everyone else thinks that I need to look like doing that. This could be around a group of people as well, like certain people wearing certain colors, right? Or, almost like some kind of uniform. It's like, well, if you're not wearing this and if you don't sit here and behave this way, then you're not one of us, right? And then that's when you have to ask yourself, well, if that's what I have to do to be you, which I don't want to be you in the first place, right? Some people think you're around them because you want to be them, and it's like, no, not exactly. Like, you can have admiration for somebody and not want to be them. Okay, so again, this shadow thing, I feel like this is some kind of undercurrent of suppression where somebody may feel like they have to fit into this certain box in order to be loved or accepted, right? And opening your heart to yourself and your own passions makes you realize, and that makes you kind of a dangerous person to other people sometimes, right? Because when they realize you have love for yourself and you don't have to run around saying, accept me, accept me, accept me, then they've lost their power over you. And for some folks, that's the only way they know how to function is in these power games, right? Because maybe they were never taught. That doesn't mean you need to stick around and find out. So that could be part of your conclusion as well, that you're reaching, that it's like, you know what? All these people, they want to have all these pie in the sky ideas. Well, how many of them have ever even touched a tree? How many of them have ever felt the dirt in their hands? Right? You want to talk about this and this and this. Well, what about this right here? You know what I'm saying? Reminds me of some dude that, I was sitting there kind of mind my own business, and he was starting to ask me what I do in this, and he's like, well, what about this? And I was like, I've done it. He's like, well, what about this? I'm like, I've done it. It's like he was trying to, like, it's like, you don't even know me, for one. So I don't know why you're trying to teach me this lesson, because I've already had to clear the trees, okay, on my own property. Like, you don't even own a property. So what are you talking about? I should start asking him that. Have you ever owned a property, sir? Because you're asking me to buy you a drink right now. That ain't looking too good for your bank account. So you can buzz right off. Right? And why are you in the bar in the first place if you're so goddamn broke? Please. And then you want to ask me how I make my money? Honey, I'm buying my own shit in here. You don't need to know nothing about nothing. Okay? Maybe if you work at the fucking bank, then you can have a clue about my information. But you don't. You don't work at all. And then the next time I saw the bastard, it was downtown. I ran into his damn girlfriend that was like 15 years younger than him. Oh, boy. She's like, that's my boyfriend. I was like, I'm sorry. She's like, mind your business. It's like, well, I don't know if they're still together. Anyway, Two of Cups, somebody might be. And when you center, right, what happens? You see what you actually are worth. You see what you are actually deserving of and who might be deserving of that, right? Not Jim Bob, who doesn't know how to, cover his own tracks, having some young girlfriend. I'm like, dude, he was just trying to buy me a shot 2 weeks ago, honey. At midnight, okay? Okay. He wasn't in your bed. He wasn't at your apartment, was he? No, he was not. So, wake up. Time to wake up. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. Somebody sees you as very abundant and potentially wants to come in and romance the stone, if you know what I mean. But it's more like romancing the bone, okay? Yes, this person could be, but I'm just saying. All right? Just be careful, cuz again, some of this energy is like people are seeing, it's like they saw you on the billboard and now they drove by it and they're like, wait, where is it at? Blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, you already passed it. Okay, it's done. But they want to still look at it, right? And it's like, but it's not for them to look at anymore. They are in your rearview mirror in a sense, okay? Especially this Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus, this appearing in the sacral, okay? And that's, for the wild times at hand, okay? Now, you might have the perfect idea, right, of who this is. So, I'm not saying don't have faith in that, right? But make sure they're meeting you on the road that you're on, not the road that they turned on and ain't never gonna find you again because they're still chasing your shadow. They get the leftovers. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. For some of you, you could have just gotten like, somebody could have found out like you're gonna start living with somebody. You got engaged to somebody. You and somebody else are having a baby. Like, yeah, they met you right somewhere along the path, whereas these other people did not, and now they have to see you succeed. Okay. And by the time they even maybe hear the message, it's going to be like, oh, okay. And they're just going to have to leave you alone about it because they missed their opportunity. Well, if you don't like the shuffling stuff, Kamal or however you say your name, you can go find another reader. Maybe this message isn't for you. You ever think of that? So, yeah, folks, if you're not resonating today with this, it just might not be your message. Don't sweat it. Okay. Could be happening to somebody around you, especially if you are the type of empathic person. Yes. Okay. You could say, my heart feels really heavy. I don't know why, blah, blah, blah. Okay. It could be part of this. It could be people seeing that you are moving forward. Okay. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, moving forward, and then they're feeling left out. And they might even show up like this, saying, oh, look what hard times I fell on because of so-and-so now that they stopped paying attention to me. It's like, is that really why you're in this position? Or... And remember, it started off with the solar plexus here. So if people come to you trying to like, I mean, I've been on tour. I've done some of these, things, and I've seen some folks, but I mean, like, I saw a man walking around and he had a blind man's cane in his backpack. But like he was walking around just fine, not using that cane. But it's like that was specifically supposed to be a cane for the blind. It's like, okay, that guy's a scammer. I'm not saying there's not people in need, okay? They got the bell ringers out there for the Salvation Army right now, okay? But some folks, you know, they're not helping themselves, period. And some folks are not helping themselves because they're choosing to stay ignorant. And then what? They got to watch you do this. They're like, well, how come the collective is doing okay and I'm over here struggling and blah, 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 blah. Well, maybe it's because you were trying to manifest it off of the collective instead of manifesting something for your goddamn self. I get real irritated when people be like, oh, well, yeah, I mean, some people, they might need you to do this. It's like, you know what? I'm not in it so that I can get a come up off of somebody else in a vulnerable position and needing help. No. To me, that's a little bit awkward way to be manifesting stuff. You want to manifest a meal ticket, then put a thought in your brain that maybe you can be skilled at something else that nobody else is, or something that you do very well. Because oftentimes when you turn the corner, you're able to get inside and realize, hey, maybe I'm sitting on some abundance already. Okay. Like when I was at the grocery store today, the guy's like, how are you doing? I was like, well, I'm pretty good. I can afford my groceries here. So, you know what I mean? There's other people who are struggling. I heard Walmart Black Friday was a big bust, That's based off of like one video off the internet, but who knows? I mean, I wasn't there. I'm not in the market for a new TV though right now. You know what I'm saying? So, again, this attitude of lack, when it's like, okay, it's like that dude that put that blind man's cane in his backpack. It's like if you used an ounce of that ingenuity towards something, you know what I'm saying? Something productive instead of destructive, maybe you wouldn't need to be doing that. You ever think of that? And again, maybe you need to stop listening to, people that ain't got nothing. Just saying. You want to be successful, model yourself after people who do successful things. Maybe the people that are doing the successful things are in the inside of this goddamn church, ready to help these fucking crippled people walking around out here in the goddamn cold. And they're not sitting there finding them like some of these cities think they gotta find these homeless people with money they don't got fucking have. Dumbest shit I ever fucking heard. At least there's some people out here trying to help others. Okay? Trying to help others and show them that they have something. They have something within them that can't be possessed. by other people. It's not for sale, Davik. It's not for sale, Davik. You will never own me, bitch, because I'm not for sale, Davik. I will never forget that. I will never forget it. I don't care what kind of fucking doctor you are. You're a doctor of fucking doom as far as I'm concerned. Going around telling people you can buy them. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. So if you're out there down on your luck right now, huh? You think the only solution is selling something like that? Tell those people to fuck off. Tell them to fuck right off. And watch how the tides turn. And then guess what? That's all they get to see of you. No, I'm not going to tell you how I did it. No, you don't get to gaze upon my countenance. Right? You're like, I'm going to be happy as a clam over here in my goddamn castle. Eat it. Right? Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay. Y'all ever hear that parody called Eat It by Weird Al instead of Beat It? Ooh, Queen of Swords, right up the alley in the heart chakra. If they thought they were going to get one by you, they are sorely mistaken. Yeah, and that could be coming back like, oh, I never told you how I felt about you. Oh, blah, blah. Well, you know what? You had your chance. And she's like, next. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You know, it's like you had an opportunity to fulfill the contract. And the conclusion is possibly that they did not, right? So once you cut out that, then your heart can be open. Yeah. Okay. And I mean, honestly, this little dude over here looks like he's kind of struggling. Maybe your heart can be open for people that actually need it. You know? Not some of these people walking around saying, oh, this hurts and that hurts and this hurts. And like, yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah. And scene. Okay. Why don't you go see how those kids with cancer feel, okay? And then come back to me and bitch about your fucking back pain. Because I don't want to hear about it ever again in my entire fucking life. I mean, there's people that are out there willing to maim themselves with unnecessary surgeries just so they don't have to work and so they can be lazy and be on disability and take it away from people who actually need it, who might have been born a little different. People who are actually in vulnerable places. Oh, yeah, you thought the Queen of Swords was going to let you come in on that with your foolishness and nonsense? I don't think so. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles can be very austere also. She might not be giving you a fucking dime. And the Queen of Swords is going to rip up your goddamn contract. So, you know, again, onward and upward for whoever needs to hear that one. Okay? Running up your flagpole. So that could be something that you're releasing as well. People that don't share your passion for helping people who actually need it. You know, I'm not concerned about helping so-and-so get his cabin house. I'm not really concerned about that. No. I'm not concerned about so-and-so getting a new boat. No, I'm not. I'm really not. I could give a shit less. Unless you're going and using that to fish real food for your family, I don't give a fuck about it. Real people that need help. Real people. Okay? Not able-bodied shit fuckers. Okay, I think you got my point. Yeah. The Five of Swords, they're like, crap, they're not buying my lies. And now people are walking away from them. You might be one of the people walking away from them. I mean, part of the shadow is also standing up for yourself, right? It's like you see a picture on a billboard, you think you know something. Because who told you? The one that's ready to stab you in the back the second you turn around? You know? Oh, you don't have a new boat by now? How come? Maybe you spent all your money on hookers and blow. I don't know. I'm not your fucking account manager. It's not my problem. I heard a story the other day about somebody was a relative of theirs. Oh my God. The amount of money that they got from their family is just like, what? And guess what? They ain't got none of it. It's like some of these people that win the lottery and then 2 years later they're fucking broke. Okay? So again, you can believe that, or maybe, you know, and sometimes being a part of an organization, all right, can help you with that. Okay? It can guide that help to the appropriate persons, the persons most in need. Not so-and-so that thinks he's too good to buy a bus ticket to go work at McDonald's. Not so-and-so that thinks they're too good to walk to work. They're going to see what it's like. Yeah. Your passion is building here. You're cultivating something. Okay. Again, though, this is the type of thing where people be like, oh, what? It's just, oh, that. Okay. And then pretty soon they're going to be driving down that highway and they're going to be like, what? Oh, shit. That's right, bitch. Because it started with this. Fucking ignorant sons of bitches. You're too dumb to fuck. You ever hear that phrase, dumb fuck? Think about it. It takes no talent to lay on your back. That goes for the men and the ladies, okay? But if you can cultivate yourself Seven of Pentacles, you just might have a shot at something. Right? Envisioning something for your future. Okay? And all the other time, the people that were laying on their back, then all of a sudden they go down the highway and they're like, oh, see that? Right? That's right. Too little, too late. Okay. Still in my head. It's just I heard it on the way to get groceries and bag. Is the Chappelle Roan, the Pink Pony Club song. Oh, I like it. It's fun, you know. For some of you, music, performance, things of that nature may be your passion. There could have been, yeah, let's keep going here on the crown. Wow, majestic. I love it. Eight of Wands. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. We're on the groove, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, releasing the little naysayers, right? Oh, well, that's only 7 of Pentacles, blah, blah. Well, bitch, it's more than the 5 that you didn't have the other day, neither. Can you be grateful for that? Can you be thankful for that? Can you? Or are you worried about your new fucking boat? You know? Get fucked. That's all I gotta say about that. I don't really give a fuck. Yeah. You gotta beware of these people's intentions. You know? I mean, you know, I'm not saying that all street folks are like this or whatnot, but you know, yeah, there's some dudes you give them that money, they're gonna go buy some booze. I mean, that's just because that's what they were doing before. And that's what they're gonna continue to do until the day they die. And that is for them to conquer, not you. That is for them to face, not you. All right? See the difference here? These people being bound by these manifestations versus having something of your own and getting up on that road. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be at your back. Fucking Iris blessing bullshit, okay? Contract's over. Queen of Wands showed up. Null and void, honey. Null and void. Okay? A lot of people be coming back in your energy thinking that you owe them some time. You owe them some explanations. You owe them some. No. 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 No S. That is not the case, honey. Okay? You are in your abundance. Okay? They ain't forgetting it either. That's why they were wanting to show up. Okay? I'm just saying. But understand how they're placing their manifestations versus what you're doing with yours. Okay? You know. It's about growing the pie, not, you know, there's a lot of that lack mindset versus the abundance mindset. Okay? So think about that. All right. Because yeah, here in the crown, 8 of Wands, I feel like once you get those wheels going, it's going to literally be in that place. Okay. Right. Tuning out the negativity, tuning out. Yeah. I'm not saying you're never going to have negative things come up, right? But this stuff from other people, other folks, yeah. That's about to be dead and gone for certain. For certain. Okay. And part of that is when you release it as well. Okay. Especially for us older folks that have to unlearn some of these things. For the younger folks, hopefully you can get the message now and it can be clear to you to full steam ahead. It's 44 or 44 on the clock. And it's thinking about that. So your passion, okay, let your passion be your glory. All right. You know, maybe you are dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I don't know. At least you're fucking working. Hopefully they're paying you over there. Okay, just saying. And have somebody escort you to your vehicle as well. They got them big bouncers. Somebody can escort you to your vehicle so you don't get, some weird parking lot person coming up to you. And yes, I will criticize parking lot people that come up to me because I've had somebody come up to me like that before, and they work for the post office. And I'm like, what are you doing? Anyway. All right. A few more messages. I'm also very much getting, if somebody doesn't share your creative vision, like, move on. I mean, yeah. Time is money, right? You can't just be wasting money on people that don't share your vision. Okay, so pray about it if you're unsure. Okay. That's one way, meditation, prayer, right, can help center you. Maybe say a prayer before you go to sleep about the dreams that you have. Maybe your dream is that tomorrow your children will not scream at each other. Maybe. I mean, I don't know who's watching. Anyway. Couple more, please. I wonder if today is considered our first snow. We've had snow, technically. Phony. I was really getting a lot of this coming through in this reading. So conclusions are within reach. Yeah, you may be starting to find out who's phony, who's not, who has hidden agendas, like, some people be like, oh, well, I like being around dating this type of person because they have this exciting life and blah, blah, blah. So, I guess if they don't have that exciting life, then they're not going to be as exciting, right? And so, you know what I mean? It's like, are they in it for the lifestyle or are they in it for you? Or are they just phoning it in? Is there any substance to the conversation? Or is it about, me getting this and me getting that and me getting, you know what I mean? Well, but this happened and this happened. Yeah, there's a lot of things that happen to a lot of people. That doesn't mean you get to turn around and treat everybody like shit for the rest of your life. That is not how it works. And there's millions and billions, literally, of people out there in the world who are proof positive that you do not have to act like an asshole in order to get ahead in life. So-and-so picked on me when I was a kid. Yeah, a lot of people get picked on for a lot of different reasons. That doesn't mean you get to go around picking on other people for the rest of your life and trying to tear other people down, right? See, that's the lack mindset. That's somebody trying to say, you'll never be this and you'll never be that. It's like, bitch, I ain't trying to fucking be you, period. I got my own shit going on. Are you fucking deaf and dumb and blind? I guess so. What'd I say about dumb fucks earlier? Okay? If you're too dumb to fuck, then shut the fuck up. Because that's all you got to offer. And ain't nobody wanting that shit. Nobody. You know, nobody wants to see the pink pony on the toilet seat doing some fucking heroin and crabbing out. Whatever. No, they want to see the pink pony dancing on the stage. Duh. $3 bills, right? Now everybody goes home happy. It ain't that fucking hard. Maybe you can visit your left hand every now and then instead of your right. I don't fucking know. It ain't my fucking problem nor my concern, sir. Somebody out there rising up on that road could have recently gotten engaged. I mean, 2 of Cups. Or they want to be married to you. You know what I mean? Upcoming. They definitely could be seeing you as this Queen of Pentacles. Also somebody who, you know, they say, you know, Queen of Swords, oh, she's this, she's that, yeah. But she cut out all the shit to make room for the good, didn't she? Okay? Maybe that's why your dumbass is along, alright? Maybe you're not the dumb fuck, okay? Congratulations, right? Maybe that's what you need to release. People telling you, you ain't this, you ain't that, you ain't this, you ain't that. And you're like, actually, I'm getting married. Actually, I got this going on. Actually, I got this. Actually, I got this. So you can shut the fuck up about my life now, can't you? Who's too dumb to fuck now? Somebody could be literally a dancer. Like, I was getting this message too. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay. So if you are like a pink pony club girl, okay, or boy, whatever, you know, I don't know what they do now, okay? And you think like, oh, nobody's gonna want me, nobody's like, no, that's not true. It's not true. Not true. Just saying. Yeah. It's so funny when these come out, and I was like thinking of that first one that came up, the cash one, okay? It's like they see you minding your own business, they see you minding your money, like, okay, maybe you were dancing at the Pink Pony Club, maybe you needed what you got to get ahead of the game on your bills or whatever, and now you're doing such and such. Now you're minding your business on your money. It's not like that you're manifesting, oh, I wish some rich man would come along. No. If you were dancing your ass off at the Pink Pony Club, you earned every bit of them dollars, right? Okay. Hopefully you're making enough to fucking eat. All right? Otherwise, I would say maybe it's not in the industry for you. Okay? Right? Just because somebody else is doing it doesn't mean it's good for you. Right? I ain't into washing Satan's feet. I'm good on that. I'd rather take my chance on one of these little tricksters, see if he's got a real blind man's cane or not. I shit you not. I almost went up to that guy and said something. I was so mad when I saw it. I thought, oh my God. I didn't. I tell you what, if I see him again, if I see that motherfucker again, it's like one of those skits on SNL. They're like, take that thing, like, snap it in half. You're like, oh yeah, how you gonna get your money now? I'm sure he's turning around and donating it all to the Salvation Army. Right? Okay. So, please use your own discernment when you watch these readings. Not every message is for everybody, okay? Please do like or subscribe to the channel if you would like to hear more messages like this and support the channel content. It's very easy to do. So until next time, please do manifest wisely. Bye-bye.